Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is Monty Puck with Puckin' Around, and today we are talking about the November 11th, 2025 game between the Boston Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs. This was Brandon Carlo's first game back in Boston since being traded to Toronto. With just under 17 minutes to go in the first, David Pastrnak passes to Marat Kuznetsov, and he takes a wrister backdoor that Stolarz gloves away. Kuznetsov settles the rebound and snaps it on goal with a lot of net to shoot at, but Stolarz slid back into position and got his blocker on it. Two huge saves in quick succession by Stolarz. After a Philippe Myers hooking penalty with 15.5 to go, Charlie McAvoy on the power play finds David Pastrnak, who fires a shot that hits Pavel Zacha in front and bounces off his skate and past Stolarz to open the scoring. 1-0 Bruins with a power play goal. Then after a Jake McCabe slashing penalty, well on the penalty kill with just over 13 left in the first, Steven Laurent strips the puck from McAvoy and he rips it past Jeremy Swayman, with the Leafs' first shot of the game, and it is now a 1-1 tie. This was the Leafs' first shorthanded goal of the year. The Leafs are able to kill off a short 5-on-3 from the Bruins, but then with about 10.5 left on the power play, due to what was a Simone Benoit high sticking, the Bruins are cycling the puck in deep. Mason Lohrei and Hampus Lindholm with a little give and go, and then Lindholm just fires a snapshot from the point through a little bit of traffic, and Stolarz didn't see it. 2-1 Bruins with another power play goal. Then with about 2.5 left, Brandon Carlo turns the puck over to Lindholm, who gives it to Alex Steeves, the former Leaf, who curls and rips it 5-hole on Stolarz to make it 3-1 Bruins. Brandon Carlo with a nice assist for his old team there. And Stolarz really needed that one. Overall, that was just a really bad goal to give up. Very demoralizing for the team. Starting the second period, Dennis Hildeby came in for Anthony Stolarz. At first, it was believed that Stolarz had been pulled, but then he never came to the bench, and after the game, it has been stated that he is injured with an upper body injury, and Craig Berube said after the game that he thinks he will be fine and that it doesn't seem overly serious. Not even a full minute into the second period, David Pastrnak gets a breakaway and goes backhand-forehand around Hildeby to score his 400th career goal. As the Bruins bench clears to celebrate with him, it is now 4-1 Bruins. Geekie and McAvoy with the assists. A few minutes later, Nikita Zadorov laid a big hit on Matthews from behind, and he fell weirdly into the boards. Matthews did get right back up and hit Zadorov pretty hard back, but kind of awkward looking, and he kind of fell to the ground after the hit. After the game, Craig Berube said that he is dealing with a lower body injury, so hopefully he isn't going to be out for long, especially now that we're down our starting goalie and our captain. Then with under 4 minutes left, in the second, Oliver Ekman-Larsson laid a somewhat questionable hit into the boards on Mikey Eyssimont. Then Jeff Viel took exception to it and cross-checked OEL a few times, as OEL just kind of took it and stared into his soul. They push and shove for a bit, and the Leafs go to the power play. Shortly after, the Leafs get a 5-on-3, and the Bruins kill the first penalty. Then, nearing the end of the penalty, with 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go in the second, Max Domi passes it over to Bobby McMann, who's right in front of the Bruins goal, and he backhands it over Swayman's glove and makes it a 4-2 game. Just over a minute into the third, Bobby McMann lays a big hit on Hampus Lindholm, and he awkwardly kind of hits his back off the boards at the Leafs bench. Then a full-on scrum ensues, and the Bruins get a power play out of it as McMann takes an interference call, and Domi and Kuznetsov get roughings. With about 16.5, Tanner Jeannot loses his footing and turns the puck over in the Bruins zone to Nick Robertson, who finds Oliver Ekman-Larsson at the point, and OEL just takes a splitter of a shot that somehow finds its way past Swayman to bring the Leafs within 1. It is now 4-3. With just under 14 to go, Oliver Ekman-Larsson does a good job breaking up a play, but the puck bounces out to Morgan Geekie, and Hildeby makes a big save on the shot. Then with about 13 left, Bobby McMann gets a good shot that's gloved down by Swayman, and then Matthew Nyes cross-checks Zadorov, going after him for probably both the Scott Laughton and Matthews injuries, but the refs pulled him apart. With about 12 minutes to go, Max Domi cross-checks Zadorov into Jeremy Swayman and keeps pushing the pair of them into the corner. Zadorov and Swayman get up and start whacking at Domi, and he drops the gloves and begins swinging on Zadorov, gets a few punches in, but then Zadorov and Domi end up wrestling each other to the ground. And since Zadorov didn't drop the gloves, Domi gets the only penalty, 2 for roughing, and the Bruins get a power play. On the ensuing power play with about 10 to go, Tanner Jeannot gets the puck to Mark Kastelik, who sauces it across to Pastrnak, and it hits his skate, but he's able to settle it and rip it past a helpless Hildeby to make it a 5-3 game. Pasternak's second of the night, his 401st career goal, and the Bruins' third power play goal of the game. Then with just under 8 to go, Sammy Blais goes for a knee-on-knee to Charlie McAvoy, but McAvoy tucks in last second to protect himself from what could have been a very serious injury. McAvoy gets right back up and then laid a little hip check on Nick Waugh. I don't know if he thought that Waugh did the hit or he just went to whoever he could find and attacked, but either way, he could hit a hip check on Waugh, and then Zadorov jumped Blais, defending McAvoy, obviously. and then everybody started shoving everyone, and the refs struggled to get control for a while. Zadorov gets a roughing penalty, and Blais takes a kneeing. Then, with about 5.5 left, Mark Kastelik cross-checks Simone Benoit in the back of the head pretty good, and it takes a penalty for it. The Bruins were able to kill it off. A few minutes later, the Leafs pulled Hildeby, but they were unable to get anything going, and the Bruins were able to hold on to win both games against the Leafs, both on Saturday and today, by a score of 5-3. Thank you guys for listening. I'll catch you in the next one. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more.